The next time you see a palm tree, I want you to think of this Bible verse. Psalm 92:12. The righteous flourish like a palm tree. And this is in contrast to the wicked that are sprouting up everywhere like grass, but then they are quickly gone in destruction. No, the righteous, they're still bearing fruit in old age. And in Israel, there are a lot of palm trees. In fact, when you go to Israel, our guide Shafiq, he told us how they grow so many palm trees to get the dates, because that's where they get honey. The land flowing with milk and honey. Well, guess where the honey comes from? It's not from where Winnie the Pooh gets it from. It's from the palm tree. So next time you see a palm tree, remember this verse from Psalm 92:12. Boker Tov, everyone. Good morning. Tov is the Hebrew word for good. And you want to know what's good? Psalm 92 says that it is good to give thanks to the Lord and to sing praises to his name. And so to remind us of how good it is to give God glory, I thought, how could we possibly capture the goodness of singing to the Lord? And I thought of the kids' ministry. And when they come out and start leading in those songs and all the kids start jumping and doing the motions, I've seen some of the leaders doing the motions good as well. And it's good to sing praises to the Lord. Hit it, Edgar. Let's give it up for the kids' ministry, everybody. Were you shouting back when they said sing praises? What do you have to give thanks to the Lord for? What do you want to sing praise to his name, O Most High, for? Man, leave a comment down below. Put it in the live chat this morning. Leave a comment whenever you watch this video. Why is it good for you today to give thanks to the Lord and sing praises? See, when the kids ministry comes out here, in my mind, I just go to Camp Compass. And I know we couldn't get everybody here this morning, but man, when at Camp Compass, the whole room is so full of the kids, and they're all so excited, and you say shout for joy, and the kids are just shouting. Even it's so cool for me to see how into it the leaders are, trying to learn all the motions. And so it captures for me seeing the kids give thanks to the Lord in those songs. It captures for me the goodness. There's something tov, right? There's something good about it here in Psalm 92 to declare God's steadfast love in the morning and to consider his faithfulness by night. Even when we were worshiping together this weekend in the new year, and Ryan Pierce is singing that song about how from the going out of the morning to the coming in of the evening, let all creation shout for joy. There's something good about God's people getting together. So notice that Psalm 92 is for the Sabbath. The Sabbath was Saturday. It was their day of rest to remember God. And it sounds like there was some musical worship involved. At least that was the point here. We got the lute, the harp, the lyre, and God has made us glad because he's our creator, he's our redeemer. And so because we're glad, we should clap our hands. We should shout for joy. That's the idea here. And notice how Psalm 92 is still flowing from Psalm 90, that prayer of Moses, the man of God. Notice how it refers again to steadfast love in the morning there in verse 2, just like how Psalm 90 verse 14 talked about God satisfying us early in the morning. Then it talks about making me glad. That was the idea that God's work's going to make us glad. Even God's work and the work of his hands, that was how the Psalm 90 ended. So clearly, based on who God is and what he's done, it's good for us to respond in praise. Now, there's a contrast here where some people, they just don't get it. They don't see the goodness. They're the wicked, and they're God's enemies, and they're going to be scattered. They're going to perish, like the grass is going to be blown all over the place. But those who really get it, those who think it's good to give thanks to the Lord and sing praise to his name, oh, they're going to be exalted. It's like they're going to be anointed with fresh oil. Their horns, that's the symbol of their strength. Their horns are going to be lifted up. And then we get to our verse, the verse about the palm tree. The righteous are going to flourish. So if you're ever in a place where it's not feeling good to you to worship, it's not feeling good to you to give thanks and sing praise, it's probably time for a heart check, because it's saying it is good. And if I'm right with God, then I can know his goodness. I can respond to him in praise. And it says, I will flourish like the palm tree. In fact, it even says they still bear fruit in old age. Now, see, the palm tree is an interesting tree for us to consider today, right? We're learning that there's a Bible verse about the palm tree. And here in Southern California, we get to see these palm trees all the time. And it doesn't seem like palm trees need a lot to grow. In fact, sometimes it feels like they're growing in the desert. One of the things I learned this last time I went to Israel, and I'm so excited to go back this summer, is we were driving through the desert along the border of Jordan, going from Galilee down towards Jerusalem, and there's just so many palm trees that clearly they've set up to grow. And Shafiq started telling us about how they get the dates and they get the honey, and how it doesn't take a lot for these palm trees to grow. All they need to be, it doesn't matter what their conditions are, what their circumstances are. Here it just says, if they're planted in the house of the Lord, all we need to flourish and grow is the Lord. And we don't need to focus on how we feel. We don't need to focus on our current circumstances. No, if we know it's good to give thanks to the Lord and sing praises to his name, if we know who our God is, see, then we can flourish based on him. In fact, it says they still bear fruit in old age. They are ever full of sap and green. One of the themes of our church last year, 2025, was how many of our older men and women are really serving in a way that really built up our church. In fact, some of those folks serve right here on our staff. Many of you were commenting about how Mike Pierce, what what a singer he is. Man, now we know where Ryan gets it from. Wow. And you can see we got deacons like Doug Swanson dancing around here at the church. We got people like Sandra Swanson. I mean, so many people who are committing themselves to serve the Lord. Some of them even doing it on staff, but others, I've just known some people who've retired, and then I see them here at church all the time, serving, meeting with other people. And so, see, to really flourish in the way that it's talking about here, this contrast between the wicked who are like grass and the righteous who are like the palm tree, somebody who's really rooted and grounded in God, they're going to flourish. And even as they get to old age, it's not like they slow down. It's like not only do they keep going, it's like they get even better, because it's not about their feelings or their physical strength or health or their conditions or circumstances. It's about the depths of their roots in the Lord, and that's what's causing them to flourish. And that's what the palm tree's like. Oh, the palm tree, it can grow up, it seems like, almost anywhere. Just, it'll grow up right next to the sidewalk, right over there by the beach. Oh, we got palm trees right out here in the parking lot at church. They can just grow up. Well, because it's not about what's going on around them. It's about what's going on underneath there. And then they grow so tall and they stay green. So the palm tree, when you see it, is a symbol of righteousness, and it's supposed to remind us that those who really know it's good, the Lord is good, and I'm going to worship him, I'm going to give thanks to him, and I'm going to live my life rightly, because it's going to be based on God, his ways, his commands. You should expect the righteous to flourish. You should look for them in their old age. They're still going to be going strong because they're getting their strength from the Lord and they're walking in his ways. So when we planted this church in 2014, we wanted to have a church from infants all the way to gray hair. That was our goal. We didn't want to have just some certain age groups of people. We wanted to have everybody. And what a blessing it is to be a part of our church where even the children know it's good to praise the Lord. And we have older men and women who are examples of righteousness, and they're flourishing as they serve the Lord here among us. So let's take some time today to pray for all of the kids. You know, there are more kids who come to this church every weekend than there are the amount of kids that come here is like twice as big as the average church size in the United States of America. It's like there's a whole church of kids that gathers here. And so how great is it that these kids from an early age are being taught it is good to give thanks and sing praises. But then we've also got so many people through all the ages worshiping the Lord. And I want you to pray for our older men and women. You know, we had an important event for them last year. We're going to have more events like that. I'm looking forward to announcing those for the older men and women in 2026. And we really want to become a church where the older men and women set the tone for the younger men and women here among us. And so if you could pray for all the kids that are here in the Bible, and if you could pray that God will keep raising up righteous men and women who will flourish even in old age, they'll be bearing fruit. If you could pray that for us here at Compass HB today, I would really appreciate it. And I love reading through these Psalms with all of you. We've done 92, and Lord willing, tomorrow morning, I'll see you for more. So here's what I want you to do. Leave your comment down below and let me know. What are you giving thanks for? What are you singing praises to his name for? What's good for you today? To respond to Yahweh. And somebody who leaves a comment down below, I'll be giving you this Read and Grow picture Bible, which I got read to when I was very young. And now I've gotten to read to my kids. And so no matter who you are, you can find somebody to read this Bible to. And so I'll be giving one of those away today. But hey, I love reading the Psalms. And I hope to see her for more because it's time to know God.